We good? What's going on, guys? This is Jordan with Vital Men. This video is actually to talk about the 6-week program that we are going to be starting here pretty soon. Just a couple details about it. And I actually wanted to show you what we're doing, a little bit at least. So this is just a printed copy. You're going to get something that's bound. And I've been taking notes and changing some stuff, but I actually wrote out an entire program that you're going to be following, and you will have the final copy without all my notes. But this is going to go through 6 weeks. The way the program is going to go is when you sign up, you'll be registered for the program. It's $90. We're going to do this program 3 times. During those 3 times of 6-week stints, I'm going to be polishing the program, further developing it, further expanding on things, taking feedback from the participants. The camera's up here, I've been looking down here. Taking feedback and then refining what we're doing. And then after that 6 weeks, we're going to have the program 2.0. And what that is going to be is, number one, the price is going to go up. It's going to be $250. So starting from the beginning, being one of the first participants in the program, number one, you're getting a big discount. Number two, you're going to be part of this process that's going to help men, generations out from this first development. But that's the workbook. You're also going to get a set of worksheets, and these are exercises. These all go with the programs. There's code of conduct, there's the target exercise, the ideal day exercise, covenant commitment, pride killer. There's some really, really good exercises that are going to go with this program. But I want to share kind of my heart around why I'm doing this. So I grew up with more or less a single mom. I've never met my biological father. The only male figure that I had in my life the only male figure that I looked up to was my grandfather, and he died when I was 16. And I was actually there when he died. I had not gone to school, and I was just with him. He had a brain tumor. He had seizures, and it was rough. But I knew my grandmother needed help, and so I was there. And so the day that he died, I was with him, beside him, and I watched him take his last breath. The night before he died, he was speaking to me. My grandfather taught me a lot. He taught me a lot about business, taught me a lot about building things. And I joked with him, and I told him, Grandpa, when you get to heaven, you can walk on those streets of gold, but don't kick up any bricks and take them home with you. And we laughed about it, and he told me, he said, when I'm gone, I need you to be strong for your grandma. And I said yes. And man, the day that he died, I had such a grace from God over me because I was solid as a rock. Everyone else around was broken, my aunts, family, friends. And when the coroners came to pick up his body, my grandfather was a big man, like me. He was 5'10". He was well over 300 pounds. And these 2 feeble old men, swear they were older than he was, came to pick him up, and they couldn't do it. They couldn't get him off the bed. So 16-year-old grandson and one of my grandfather's friends had to pick his body up and put it on the gurney and strap him down and wheel him out to their vehicle. And that was a lot for a 16-year-old kid, man. That's traumatic. But for a solid, I think, 3 weeks, I didn't cry, I wasn't upset. I was there for everybody, and then one day I just broke down. Cried for probably an hour in my bed. But that was the only father figure I had. So I didn't have anyone teach me how to shave. I didn't have anyone teach me how to build relationships with people, authentic relationships. There's a lot of stuff my grandpa taught me, and not all of it was good. He wasn't a perfect man. But there's a lot of important things that I didn't have a father teach me. And I think that my story with different details, is very similar to a lot of men's stories. They didn't have someone teach them properly, or the things that they were taught were not good. And so I apologize. I'm recording this, and one of my neighbors is mowing their yard, so if you pick up that noise, I apologize. But with Vital Men, my target and my intention is to help men, become better husbands, better fathers, better leaders, and to talk about the things that either were never talked about or that we're uncomfortable talking about, and expose those things so that we can conquer them. We all deal with a lot of the same stuff, but we don't talk about it with each other. We don't develop deep, meaningful relationships with other men to where we're completely exposed and vulnerable. We don't have covenant relationships like what are expressed in biblical times. And I think that that's a big problem. I think that those are a very valuable and very necessary thing. And with the current state of society, a lot of that falls on the backs of men. It's our responsibility as leaders, as the people who God has entrusted with leading and being the ultimate accountability. We've let go of that. We haven't been accountable to that. So with the program, that's a lot of what that's about. I'm going to be challenging you. We're going to be exposing some stuff, and there's a lot of accountability. And so with this, you have to commit to it. It's not something where you're putting your feet in the water. This is something where either you're in or you're out, and I want to know now, because if we get into this and you decide this just it's too uncomfortable, you're going to let down not only yourself, but a lot of the other men who are in this program and who are all in. So I'm really excited about it. Structure-wise, when you do sign up, before we begin the program, you're going to get mailed your workbook, the worksheets. You are going to get, when we start the program, an email every day. The first of the week, you're going to get a link to a video where I'm going to be talking about what we're doing this week, set some expectations, kind of set you up for success. And then you're going to get an email every day with things to think about, maybe some objectives, some goals. But then every week we have 2 exercises. And those exercises, I obviously want you to get them done, at the beginning of the week. But there's not like you have to do it today. We are going to have a Zoom meeting with every one of the participants on a specific day of the week. We're going to organize that a little bit, make sure that it lines up with people's schedules. But it is vital that you participate in that. That is not a question. You have to be a part of that group meeting. We're going to discuss what was hard. We're going to talk about how we handled things. We're going to get feedback from one another. The other thing is there's also going to be a group chat for all the participants. As we're going through stuff, if you have questions, if you need support, if you need help, if you're struggling with something, that's what that group chat's going to be for. It's to lean on each other. One thing that I'm going to say is there are going to be men who talk about very personal things. My target is not for there to be men that you know personally, but if it happens, it happens, and it's extremely important that confidentiality is kept in this group within reason. If you're coming into the group and saying, I killed a I killed a prostitute, we might have a couple issues, but I don't think that that's going to happen. So confidentiality is key. Anything that's said in the group stays in the group. We are saying these things in confidence to each other. And that's the other expectation, as I expect you to also say things in confidence and be completely raw and unfiltered and no sugar, and this is how it is, and this is what I struggle with, and this is my thoughts on this, and this hurt me. So yeah, I'm really excited about the program. If it's something you're interested in, as of me recording this video, we have 7 spots left. So let me know if you want to be a participant. It's $90. Yeah, if you got any more questions, let me know.